Good evening. There we go. All right. So welcome to the Raceland Middle School Spring Concert. It's really exciting that we have this opportunity to perform for you guys tonight, at least in person. This school year has been really quite challenging with all of the guidelines and the things that we had to follow, but the students certainly overcame a lot of struggles, and I certainly want to appreciate all the students who hung in there and put up with all the guidelines that they had to follow to make sure that we could play music safely. Before we get started, if you guys could go ahead and please silence all cell phones and electronic devices, and try to refrain from using them during the performance. The students have worked really hard, and I can't wait to make great music with them tonight, so that way you guys can enjoy. So the group that is seated in front of you is the Raceland Middle School Concert Band, and this group is made up of mostly 6th grade students and a select few 7th and 8th graders. Tonight, their performance will consist of Mickey Mouse March, Chorale Elegant, and Merrily We Rock and Roll. So without any further ado, this is the Raceland Middle School Concert Band. Okay, before we get to the next piece, I wanted to take this opportunity to introduce you guys to someone that our wonderful students had a chance to work with this school year, and that is Miss Allison Constrantius. Come on up, Allison. So Allison just recently graduated from Nicholls State University with a bachelor's degree in music education, and she was student teaching with us this spring. So Allison will be conducting the next piece, Chorale Elegant. right, we'll go ahead and wrap up their part of the performance with Merrily We Rock and Roll. And after they perform Merrily We Rock and Roll, we'll have just a brief set change where we'll get the Raceland Middle School Symphonic Band up. Thank you guys for being patient with us. All right, so we'll go ahead and get them off of the floor and moving out. But I do want to take a little bit of time and thank my wonderful colleagues, Mr. Willie Martin here, the band director at Central, Miss Casey Forbes on tuba, Mr. Stephen Wilson, the assistant band director here at Central, and Mr. Kevin False. Thank you guys for helping us out tonight. All right, so we'll go ahead and do a quick set change, and then we'll get up the symphonic band. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with the second half of our concert, and that is with the Raceland Middle School Symphonic Band. This group is made up of students in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Tonight we have a lot of exciting music to play for you, and the students have been working really, really hard. There's some challenging things that we've been trying to put together for you guys tonight. So we're going to go ahead and kick off the concert with Free Spirit Overture, and then from there we'll go to Psalm 42, and then from Psalm 42 we'll go to Groovy, and then The Great Locomotive Chase. Miss Allison Constrantius will be conducting our students on Free Spirit Overture. So this is the Raceland Middle School Symphonic Band. The next piece is entitled Psalm 42. And this is a piece that I had bought many years ago and was kind of waiting at the right time because the beginning of this piece has a beautiful trumpet solo. And so tonight we're going to feature one of our great trumpet players in the back, Miss India Johnson. She's going to be playing the trumpet solo. And I want to take this opportunity to also dedicate this piece to my father, Mark Ashton Bogan, who passed away on April 2nd, 2021, Good Friday. The next piece we're going to perform is entitled Groovy. All right. Before we get to our last piece, I want to take some time to recognize some very important people that are in the room. Okay? These people I call family because I get to work with them every single day. And I am so blessed and so fortunate to get to work with the awesome faculty and staff at Raceland Middle School. So I want to thank those of you who are in the audience who are from Raceland Middle School, especially Ms. Osborne, our principal, and Ms. Laura Mazarang, our assistant principal. If you are an employee of Raceland Middle School, please stand and be recognized. Thank you guys so much for coming out. The next set of folks I would like to take this opportunity to recognize is all the wonderful staff here at Central Lafourche High School who I get to call friends and colleagues. You kind of met some of them earlier, Mr. Willie Martin, the band director here. We have Mr. Stephen Wilson in the back. Miss Casey Forbes here, who's playing baritone. We have Mr. Kevin False. And joining us tonight also is Miss April Gadd and Miss Dallas Tabor. So we are so fortunate. I also want to take an opportunity to thank Mr. Chris Arnold and all of the administration here at Central Lafourche for allowing us to have this event tonight, as well as someone who, or two people that you don't see, but that is Mr. Jim Trant and Mr. Richard Chamberlain. They're up in the sound booth. Mr. Trant has been working tirelessly the past couple weeks, making sure that all of our concerts are streamed live on YouTube, so we greatly appreciate that. Before we close out tonight's concert, our next piece has some historical roots, and I'll take a little bit of time to kind of read the program notes, but it's really, really interesting. But the piece is called The Great Locomotive Chase. And so in the early years of the Civil War, Georgia was largely protected from military hostilities, leaving it free to ship arms and munitions, food, and supplies to Confederate troops on the battlefields to the northeast. It was the importance of the extensive rail system to the Confederates that prompted James Andrews, a Union spy from Kentucky, to attempt a daring effort to disrupt the 138-mile rail line connecting Atlanta and Chattanooga. Along with 19 Union soldiers dressed as civilians, Andrews arrived at Marietta, April 12, 1862, and here they boarded a northbound train pulled by the general, a wood-burning locomotive built in 1855. At Big Shanty, the train stopped so the passengers and crew could eat breakfast. Andrew used the brake to uncouple the engine, the wood tender, and 3 boxcars from the passenger train. They then sped off with the goal of damaging as many W&A tracks and rail bridges as possible. Hearing the general's steam out, Conductor William Fuller and 2 W&A employees ran out of the hotel dining room and pursued the stolen train by foot for several miles. Ultimately, Fuller would commandeer the locomotive Texas and joined by Confederate soldiers, finally catch Andrews' raiders, a race Joel Chandler Harris later characterized as the boldest adventure of the war. So without any further ado, this is The Great Locomotive Chase. All right, so we'll go ahead at this time and present our awards. So you guys go ahead and have a seat. And last school year, we didn't have an opportunity to present our awards. We did so in a virtual format. So I do still have some students in this ensemble who were in band last year. So we'll try to present last year's awards and this year's awards. So hopefully this will be quick. But we're going to start off with our Raceland Middle School Band's Gold, Silver, and Bronze Medal Award winners for 2019-2020 school year. These awards are given based on a point system in which students receive participating in district and or parish honor band, the number chair earned in those honor bands, sitting first chair in Raceland Middle School band classes, attending concerts and performances outside of school, and coming in each morning for individual practice time. We'll go ahead and start with our gold medalist. So for our gold medalists for the 2019-2020 school year, we have Miss Olivia Chilton, Miss Brooke Dantan, and Miss India Johnson. Please come up. All right. Our next recipients are the silver medal recipients. Those are Lainey S.J., Madison Leonard, who actually is now here at Central, Evan Samani, and Laura Sanchez. Our next recipients are our bronze medal recipients, and a few of these students are here at Central. Miss Abby Anderson, Miss Jillian Chasson, Miss Natalie Dantan, and Miss Paige Dantan. Next is going to be our most improved in our outstanding awards. We're going to start with the most improved from the concert band last school year. And the most improved woodwind is Miss Gracie Rassett, who's now in our symphonic band. And Lucas Harrison was our most improved brass. Moving on to our Symphonic Band Awards, our most improved last year in our Symphonic Band was Miss Laura Sanchez. For brass, it was Mr. Shane Williams, who's now at Central, and then we had Miss Madison Leonard on percussion, who is now at Central. Our outstanding awards for a symphonic band last year was Miss Olivia Chilton on woodwind. Miss India Johnson, brass. And Miss Brooke Dantan, percussion. We'll go ahead and move on to our 2020-2021 school year now, all right? And we'll start with our gold medal recipients. Those are Ms. Brooke Dantan, Miss India Johnson, and Mr. Jaden Chasson. All right, our silver medal recipients for this school year is going to be Mr. Evan Samani and Miss Laura Sanchez. And our bronze recipients for this school year is going to be Miss Olivia Chilton, Miss Lainey S.J., Miss Janae Gray, Miss Angelyn Robertson, Mr. Damon Pelche, Miss Natalie Dantan, Miss Jemiah Williams, Mr. Jackson Chasson, and Mr. Brayden Dupuis. All right, now we'll go ahead and move on to our most improved and outstanding awards in the Raceland Middle School Concert Band. So our first recipient for the most improved woodwind award goes to Miss Mallory Chauvin. All right, our brass recipient for most improved is going to be Miss Takaya Thomas. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to our Outstanding Woodwind Award, and that's going to be presented to Miss Brooklyn Lede. That way everybody can see you. Our Outstanding Brass Award goes to Mr. Liam Dufresne. All right, moving on to our most improved for the Symphonic Band. Our most improved woodwind award, and this was kind of tough because there were so many wonderful students that we had that were just amazing this school year. I mean, you guys heard their performance, so it was really, really tough to decide these. But our most improved woodwind award goes to Miss Addison Dantan. Our most improved brass award is going to go to Mr. Ashton Kramer. And our most improved percussion award is going to go to Mr. Jaden Chasson. All right, we'll go ahead and shift over to our outstanding awards. For our outstanding woodwind, we have Miss Lainey S.J. In outstanding brass, we have Miss India Johnson. And outstanding percussion, Miss Brooke Dantan. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Please have a safe trip home and have a wonderful summer. Thank you all so much. Good night.